Creativity doesn't wait for the perfect moment. It fashions its own perfect moments out of ordinary ones. Bruce Garrabrand. Greetings. My name is Joseph Yeager. Welcome to another Life in Perspective broadcast. My objective is to provide thought-provoking discussions so you can optimize your perspective on life. If you miss your childhood, what about it do you miss? I can say without a doubt that it was my boundless imagination, the ability to believe that I can become and create anything. Limiting beliefs were a foreign concept. I didn't look to consume anything except juice and candy. I just wanted to explore and create. I didn't think, did my pedal car measure up to the Joneses kid? Or if my salami sandwich had plain mustard or Grey Poupon? I just wanted to imagine and play. What did you care about? Before I continue, please consider subscribing to the channel if you haven't already done so by clicking the subscribe link below. You may also follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. It was in my 20s when my imagination and creativity were put on the shelf and left to collect dust. I began to focus on keeping up rather than pursuing my passion, which at that time was to become a professional soccer player. I was quite talented and at the age of 17 was offered an opportunity to try out for an English team. I never took it. Other opportunities popped up closer to home and I gave them my version of a shot. When things were good, I pressed on, but when the going got rough, I wasn't tough. I just looked for the next gig to make it. This aimless cycle continued for decades. I started to tell myself that I'm not a creator, but a follower. I can run with someone else's creation, but don't have the foresight and imagination to come up with ideas anyone else would like. How wrong I was. I was so consumed by comparing what I looked like to others that rather than create something from nothing and contribute, I chased the dollars that could get me up to par to what I believed others expected of me. So consuming became my occupation. All the while I knew that what I found pleasure in was writing and speaking. Most everyone I spoke with thought I had a fascinating upbringing and urged me to write a book. I scoffed at the idea, though it kept me wondering what if. I even started on more than one occasion, and I have to admit I was pleased with what came out, but, as usual, I got distracted by the daily grind and eventually added that project to the dusty shelf collection too. But life works in mysterious ways, and I eventually realized that if I expected to live a long time, this is not the way I want to do it. To continue to consume, to keep up with people. I focused so much on the end result that I never bothered to understand what they accomplished and what they did in their story. It was time to discover, understand, and follow their example. That was the turning point for me. Success leaves clues, and for so long, knowing that full well, I refused to accept that and did things my way. And all that consuming got me nowhere I wanted to be or feel. And so, if not consume my way to success, what am I supposed to do? Well, there is only one thing to do. Become a producer. Not the kind that produces movies or music, but rather a producer of solutions to existing problems or desires many people have in common. The most admired and successful people in any era have done just that, and many of them started with nothing but a keen eye for what people want, a vision that will accomplish it, and a desire to let nothing stand in their way. What others thought of them was meaningless. Keeping up was not even in the equation. They knew and understood one of the most important concepts of success best articulated by Zig Ziglar, and that is, you can have everything in life that you want if you help enough people get what they want. I spent so much time making it about me that I missed that point completely. No wonder I was getting nowhere fast. So, how do I become a producer? Well, here are the main points I discovered. Number 1, discover first and foremost what you are great at and where your talents lie. That is where you will shine, find a desire to stay the course, and produce your best work. Number 2, how will your talent benefit others? Forget how much money you make and what's in it for you. If you don't think of the greater good first, you will not get what you want anyway. And if you do, It will not last. Number 3, be willing to hold off on gratification and embrace the suck for a long time. It takes a long time to build credibility, a track record, and a reputation that warrants a following. Number 4, be relentlessly solution focused. A great vision is at first abstract and a path unpaved and unknown. You will run into obstacles at every turn. Focus only on solutions. If you feel discouraged at times, that's okay, but finding a solution or an alternative to overcome should always be the course of action. Number 5, be humble. Know who has your back and ask for help if you must. No self-made success story does it alone. Number 6, be fully committed, not just involved. There are no shortcuts to long-lasting success, no matter what the social media, fly-by-night laptop junkies sitting on a beach or private jet tell you. You will have to bust your ass 7 days a week and endless hours, have sleepless nights, and often feel like quitting. If you're just involved, you'll quit. If you're truly committed, which can only be achieved by doing what you truly love and are good at, you'll persevere. And last but not least, number 7, trust and enjoy the journey. Always think of how it will feel when your vision is realized. All the people you helped get what they want, the difference you made, the pride and confidence of having the fortitude to overcome every obstacle, failure, snide remark, doubting critic, and naysayer. What a story that will be. And if recognition and material rewards are important to you, you will have more than enough and for long enough to appreciate and enjoy them all. The producers we all admire follow this model for a reason. It doesn't matter what the background is. They may walk past us in the street and look at the same environment, but what they see is completely different. While we may look for a way to buy the shiny car, they look at a way to reduce carbon footprints. While we complain about a slow Wi-Fi on our fancy modems, they look to make it accessible for free to those who otherwise can't afford it. While we are ready to discard our 2-year-old phone and stand for days online for a new one we don't need, they look to take our trash and provide gold where phones are scarce. While we see a desolate and rundown neighborhood, they see a vibrant community. While we walk past an old homeless woman, they see a cover story that may bring about change. No matter what you are passionate about, there is a way to produce great things for the benefit of all and be rewarded handsomely for it in more ways than one. All it takes is to change one word in the big question. Instead of what's in it for me, ask what's in it for all. Please let me know what topics you would like my perspective on in the comment section below. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.